324 guns. 2.3 tons seized. A sheriff's badge turned into armor for cartel transport teams. You clicked for the raid, stay for the blueprint. We'll walk you through how alleged $600,000 to $700,000 in cash and a cleaning business front mapped a protected corridor from Florida to the border. See how evidence got compromised, lanes were cleared, and why 126 arrests hit in one synchronized sweep. You'll learn the tactic, the finance, and the breach points that let Sinaloa and CJNG push product under official cover. The question, where were the cracks, and do they exist in your county? Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great! Thank you so much. Now, back to the video.
Charged with trafficking cocaine, Lamar Cook was arraigned in Western Mass today. Investigators say they intercepted a delivery of drugs
where since 2023 he served as a liaison between Western Mass counties and Governor Healy. 5-year-old is accused of drug trafficking and illegal possession of a firearm. Investigators allege Cook had a package of cocaine.
You expect a badge to halt a load. Here, it opened the lane. Transport crews treated the shield like armor because access beat risk. A nod at the right mile marker. A phone that never rang. A stop that never happened. Allegations say cash moved in steady packets, hundreds of thousands across months, priced like a service plan. The spouse's cleaning outfit became the intake valve, deposits with no contracts, invoices that read like placeholders, payroll that didn't match bodies on the ground. Around that sat 14 current or former officers and a handful of helpers, stitched across counties. Not a rogue cop. A web. The public story says interdict drugs and guard schools. The inner function, as alleged, rerouted traffic. A deputy on a detail became a traffic director, shifting units off a corridor, cooling heat, and signaling safe windows so loads rolled through daylight like commuter vans. Evidence flows bent the same way, and that's where cases die quietly. Think of the badge as a toll token. Flash it and the gate arm lifts. Routine stops turn into bypass points for high-risk cargoes. A cruiser in the mirror isn't a threat, it's the escort. Small service businesses are perfect wash racks because money arrives as cash jobs, then leaves as supplies or subcontractors, and the noise hides the churn. Red flags stack up fast, round dollar transfers clustering on Fridays, invoices paid before service dates, payroll spikes without matching timecards, and deposits that rise while vendor spend sits flat. Break chain of custody and it's like pulling a tiny link from a rifle's bolt carrier group. The weapon still looks complete, but the shot never lands in court. Labels peel. Time slip. Bags trade hands off camera. A defense attorney only needs one gap. Scale came from network effects. 14 badges equaled safe passage lanes, reduced scrutiny, and quiet tampering risk, while 6 civilians bridged jurisdictions so tips, cars, and storage moved with a shared playbook. Front-end node, an internet cafe casino where cash washed. Back-end node, a warehouse where inventory sat, firearms stacked, narcotics by the ton. That tied the corridor to real stock. Payoff, when oversight has seams and access is for sale, the uniform becomes a transport permit worth 6 figures. Cash, guns, product, convoy with escort. Next, the synchronized hit, 126 in one sweep, and how border signals turn checkpoints into pass-throughs. You saw a corridor in Florida. Now widen the map. Safe lanes at ports and checkpoints supercharge the enterprise because a single greenlit booth can move tons over time while everything around it looks normal. One lane. One badge. Throughput. Allegations at federal choke points echo the county play. At El Paso, a nod and a hand sign allegedly waved vehicles through. In California, officers used emojis as code, sun for go now, thumbs up for a clear lane, a car for the exact bay. Another case logged more than $400,000 in bribes to let drug-packed and migrant-loaded cars pass at San Isidro. A Border Patrol agent was accused of running meth on duty, using his patrol route like a courier belt. County cover scales when the border plate buckles. Border nodes are supposed to be kill zones. But one compromised lane flips the whole net. The cameras still see, the sensors still ping, and yet the gate stays open. Interdiction turns into throughput. That gap is the size of a highway. Think of the system as layered armor, county, state, federal. If the border plate goes soft, rounds punch through and everything behind it fails. Local escorts hand off to federal pass-throughs. Storage fills, cash cycles, and loads move like scheduled freight. Patterns repeat. Coded signals. Quiet bribes. Discretion at lane assignment. Fewer secondary pulls. Tip-offs on patrol timing. These are procedural seams, and the network threads them. That's why synchronized arrests matter. Hitting 126 linked actors in minutes cuts comms, freezes paper trails, and locks devices before a leak cascades. Like killing power to a grid before a raid. The paperwork fog is its own engine. Analysts tied 19,000 fake IDs and 800 forged permits into the pipeline, so drivers, plates, and cover rolls survived basic checks. The money told the rest, over $42 million allegedly washed in under 3 years. Money buys time, access, and silence. That force multiplier pushed the corridor wider. Mini payoff, corrupted nodes gave cartels a temporary interior line, county shield, mid-tier storage, border pass, and enough false identity to look routine. Next, the fix, audits with teeth, rotation that breaks comfort, censors over discretion, and public eyes on the choke points. Corruption won with access. Not firepower. So you remove discretion and follow the money. Start with financial disclosure audits that map lifestyle to pay. Then starve the lanes, AI-driven random lane assignment, blind to faces and favors. Seal the back end with evidence lockers that log every touch in real time. You know the targets. Money trails. Lane control. Evidence custody. What would you harden first? Comment your choice below. If you want the tactics that actually close these gaps, subscribe now. Integrity is a system, not a slogan. Build it tight and the badge becomes a shield again. And when the shield holds, loads die on the road.